Welcome back to my channel. Today is all about the brand new style from Raquel Welch. This is Waves and Raves in the color Shaded Wheat. This is a brand new one, so hopefully this video is helpful to you in making your purchasing decisions. Please remember that you can shop at Raquel.com with my affiliate link that is in the details for 30% off on this wig and many, many more 24/7, or you can use the code SCARLET30. As always, please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and let's get started with the adorable Waves and Raves. All right, today is all about the new style from the Sheer Luxury Collection 2025, Waves and Raves from Raquel Welch. Now, this wig has some new features. It is featuring a new fiber, and it is a brand new style. However, this style really kind of reminds me of some of the other Raquel Welch styles in a melding of two of the styles that I really like. So this gives me kind of a cross between unfiltered and editor's pick. So it's got the bangs like editor's pick and a lot of the wave like both unfiltered and editor's pick. And then it's shorter and choppy and a little bit angled like unfiltered. So I kind of feel like this is a melding of two really great styles. Now, this is a predominantly hand-tied cap. It is a pricier wig it claims on these new luxury 2 caps to have an extended monofilament part, so a bigger monofilament area. So we're gonna look at that when I take the cap off. And it is featuring their Featherlight fibers. Now, as always, I'm gonna keep it real with you on the whole fibers thing. First off, Raquel Welch is not the first one to claim they have lighter than anyone else's fibers, and that the fiber, it has a hollow core, and so it's super feather light and way lighter than anything else out there. First, again, they're not the first ones to claim this. And second, as I've said with other brands that have claimed this, they're really not any lighter. It's a lower density wig, but when you're talking about a wig this short and it weighs 5 ounces, I'm not understanding where the feather light is coming in. I don't think these fibers are really any different than any other synthetic fibers as far as their weight. Now, I can't make any claims on how the fibers compare to the other true-to-life fibers. The true-to-life fibers from Raquel Welch, at least in the time that I've been wearing wigs, is not a great fiber, in my opinion. So again, these are my opinions based on my wearing Raquel Welch wigs and my, solely my opinions, but also based on some things that I've encountered. For example, when a wig this short weighs 5 ounces, I am very skeptical on the fact that they're super light fibers. I don't know how these compare to the true-to-life fibers as far as tangling, but I will say the true-to-life fibers from Raquel Welch in the last couple years have really been difficult fibers to work with. They tangle a ton. If you get anything that goes onto the clothes, you're gonna have really an issue. Even my simmer, which only just grazes my neck, the close of my neck, I'm having a really hard time with the tangling on that wig. So hopefully these new fibers tangle less and are better quality fibers than their true to life. But as far as the claim that they're super lightweight, I'm just really not buying it. And to be completely honest, I think it's a marketing gimmick on not just Raquel Welch, but other brands as well making this claim. I'm sure the brands don't want me to say that, but I'm not here for the brands. I'm here for you and here to help you make buying decisions. Now, this particular wig with their Sheer Luxury Cap 2 is now running average as opposed to average petite. For a girl like me, that does not make me happy because it is too big for me. I loved their Sheer Luxury, which was average to petite, and those caps fit me really well. But this one is coming down too far, as always, on the ear tabs, but there are fixes for that. So now, after I've gotten all my my initial reaction to certain things about these new wigs out of the way, let's just take a look at this style, which I have to say is absolutely adorable. Waves and Raves, let's look at it from all sides. Here she is from the front. I have her just slightly off center to the left. From my side, look how cute this is. The back, you see kind of that reminiscence of unfiltered with those choppy, piecey waves, and my other side. It is a seriously adorable, adorable wig. And it's kind of, like I said, that melding of some other great styles with an extra luxe cap. As always, Raquel Welch has the lighter hairs at the hairline. The hairline is decent. I don't think they're the best hairlines in the business. I think they're okay. I think they're kind of dome shaped. I've seen other brands that I prefer hairlines for, but they're fine, you know, especially with the style that has a fringe. Doesn't bother me a ton, but not my favorite hairlines and not the worst hairlines, just kind of in the middle for me. And you know me, I'm a super picky stickler for hairlines. This looks like a typical Raquel Welch hairline to me. It has a beautiful pre-plucked part, which I love. Put a little scar tape and powder, and that's gonna look super duper natural. Now, another unpopular opinion that I'm gonna share with you today is hand-tied caps. Everybody raves that hand-tied caps are the best, they're the most comfortable, that the movement is the best, and that is all true. But one thing I don't like about hand-tied caps is the fact that when you hand-tie every single hair into a cap, there is a return hair or fiber on the other side of the knot. So in actuality, in my personal experience and opinion, fully hand-tied caps are a bit poofier because of all the return hairs, even if they're a lower density. Now, this style works being poofy, but I'm somebody who, you know, normally likes a really flat top. So this one is a little poofier because it's hand tied in most of the areas. It doesn't bother me though. My Simmer's hand tied and a little poofier than a lot of other wigs I wear, and I wear it weekly. I love it. Simmer's one of my favorite wigs of all time. The Simmer Elite, obviously the hand tied version, but this one really is up there for me on the style. I love this style with just a little bit longer in the front, those wavy, piecey looks that, let's keep it real, to try to style human hair like this or bio hair or anybody's hair to get this style would take hours and probably still never look this good. So what we love about our synthetics is that the style doesn't go away, and it's a really hard style to replicate with your own styling techniques. I would never be able to get my hair to style like this. I just think it's super duper adorable. Let's go over the dimensions on this beauty. I'm a little bit confused by some of the dimensions, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. And these are dimensions that I've looked up online. First off, they say it's a 6-inch fringe, and I definitely feel this is shorter than 6. At the shortest ones, I'm thinking it's a 5-inch. It's definitely side sweepable. You could trim them if you wanted a full bang, but I don't think they're 6 inches. I think they're quite a bit shorter than that, at least on the one I got. The other thing when looking at the dimensions is there doesn't seem to be a lot of the layers that I'm seeing here. It says that the sides are 10, the nape is 10, and your overall from crown to ends, the longest lengths are 13. So what I'm thinking is this longest piece here is 13. Now the nape does kind of go longer here, but it kind of curls under. So they're saying that that is 10, which seems a little bit longer than I think it looks. And then you have these additional shorter pieces that I'm not really given a dimension for, but there's clearly shorter PC waves in here that are not, I don't have any dimensions for those. So just to keep in mind that I think that at least what I could find on dimensions is a little misleading. So that's why you have us to always look at these things. All right. Let's look at this cap in more detail, as it is a new cap and has some extra features. So the Luxe Light Cap 2 claims to have an extended monofilament, a larger monofilament area. I don't know if I think it's that much bigger than the original Luxe Light Cap, but it's a nice size monofilament. The other thing is, because it's hand tied on the panels and on the back, pretty much everywhere, even these wefts are, you know, hand tied wefts. It's fully hand tied. You could technically part even farther over on the hand tied portion, but the knotting would be a little more obvious. You have your full lace front going all the way into the ear tabs, and these ear tabs with the silicone and the nape, these are actually stitched in. You see that? You can remove them if you have bio hair and you prefer the felt underneath. But if you don't have bio hair and you want that extra security, then you can keep them. So that's super cool. Extended nape, Velcro adjusters, beautiful, beautiful cap. And yes, very comfortable. I just wish they'd kept them as a petite average because the petite average ones fit me great. And this one is just, it's bigger here, which is for me a bummer. Let's talk about this gorgeous color, and I'm going to put it back on and show it to you in some more lighting. But this is Shaded Wheat. Shaded Wheat is one of my favorite blondes from Raquel Welch because it is on the warmer side. Actually, it blends kind of neutral and warm, but it goes with a darker blonde, evenly blended with platinum blonde highlights and a shaded darker root, not too dark, medium. It's a beautiful, dimensional, warm, gorgeous blonde, mixing the darker and the lighter, which I really, really like. Let me pop her back on and let's look at her in outdoor lighting as well. Here is the gorgeous Shaded Wheat in front of my slider. I really do love this style. I think it's absolutely adorbs. And I love this color. That blend of the platinum and the darker blonde with those pretty shaded roots. Super pretty outdoor light. Definitely one of my favorite Raquel Welch colors. Gorgeous. Waves and Raves is an absolutely adorable wig. The style is super casual, cute, trendy, and definitely not a style that would be easy to replicate by your own styling. So I am absolutely loving this style. Again, I'm not so sure about the claim to these lighter fibers, but hey, I don't really care. You know, it's not like it's heavy on my head. The style is adorable. Just not a big fan of, you know, marketing gimmicks, but this is a totally cute style to rock for spring and summer. As always, please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget that you can get this wig and most of the other styles and brands that you have your eye on at Raquel with my affiliate link in the description for 30% off. And I will see you guys at the next one.